It's Morning Manna time again. Hi, I'm Laura, and thank you for joining us for the Day 4 edition of Psalm 23. We're in verse 3b. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. That Hebrew word for righteousness, it's tzedek, and it's the moral or legal, right, or just way. That is, these are paths, if we walk on them, that result in prosperity and well-being for us as the walkers on those paths. And He does it for His name's sake. If you've ever had to consult with a medical specialist on behalf of one of your children, you know there is no greater comfort and feeling of not being alone than when that medical professional says, "This is how I would treat my own child," or "I'm as committed to finding a solution as though little Annie were my own child." God is not saying, "I'm leading you on paths of prosperity so that I look good." God's not saying that. He's saying, "I'm willing to put my name on the outcome of your life. I'm that committed to your success." We are His workmanship. We are His work of art. He is committed to putting His name at the bottom of the canvas of our lives. Verse 4 says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." The Hebrew word valley, gahi, means a narrow place. And the shadow of death, sal means shade or shadow, maveth, death. When we find ourselves in times of suffering, loss, confusion, they certainly feel like tight places. We would not choose to be there. We don't know what's on the other side of that valley or tight place. And that phrase, the shadow of death, a shadow is what happens when something comes between you and your source of light. It casts a blanket of darkness that does not reflect the true appearance of an item. It's a phantom, a fog. It covers what is real. The shadow of death is often scarier than the knowledge of actual death because it's the place of the what-ifs. In the shadow of death, there is the possibility of failure, of loss. There is the expectation of imminent doom. But what does the psalmist go on to say? Even though I am in the valley of the shadow of death, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. The Hebrew there, atah imad. The Hebrew atah means you are, and then imad, with me. That is with me individually, personally. In Isaiah 7:14, the prophet foretells that a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and we will call his name Emmanuel. It's the same root word. The Almighty is with, and then a subtle distinction. Emmanuel, which is with us, but in this case, it's Imad, which is particularly with me. You are never alone. Your good shepherd is always there. He always sees. He is always at work. Do not fear. Choose acknowledging Him over the evil of the what-ifs. Whatever happens, it will not result in evil for a sheep whose shepherd is Jesus. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.